man, like, I want you to understand, like, you living life too safe. And what I mean by that is, like, you trying to do everything safely. You trying to do everything to keep yourself in the comfort zone. You know, if you make a decision to do something, you done made a decision to do it, but you ain't made a decision to be. You made a decision to do the action, but you ain't make a decision to be the person who is successful. So it's a scenario of what came first, the chicken or the egg. And I promise you, I don't know which one of those came first. I'm gonna be real with you, but like for real, you can't be successful without being successful.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me. Not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player, I was made to build a game.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast with an elephant. As always, welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack, and we're back in the lab once again at 4:29 a.m. But before we get started, please trample over that like and subscribe button, because we do this for y'all, because we love y'all. We just want to give y'all the motivation to be better than y'all were yesterday. How are we doing, Mac?
We are doing phenomenal, all things considered, man. We are doing phenomenal.
Okay.
I can't complain about nothing, man. How about yourself?
Been doing pretty good. Did I mention that I'm gonna be an uncle? Did I mention that on any of the previous podcasts?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh man.
No, you haven't. I just listened to all of the previous podcasts. You didn't.
Yes,
congrats, man.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I've said. I mean, it would. Yeah, we were on.
No, you know what? You told. You did tell me. It was real faint. You was like, I might be an uncle soon, but it wasn't on the podcast. That's why I didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
But everybody in the internet land, I'm gonna be an uncle.
Internet land. Yeah.
My brother,
That's exciting.
It is. They dropped the news to my parents over Christmas. They told us first. They told me, Court, because we got a little group chat going on or whatever. They told me in Court, and we was like, oh my god. They was like, all right, once we get together, because we big family or whatever. Mom's really big on the family, so we all get together on Christmas and we open up our presents and whatnot. My brother sent the present in advance, so the present has been sitting under the tree for the longest of time, right? And they're like, all right, we're gonna go over there, we're gonna record their reaction. So we get them, we call them and whatnot, and we that's the first gift that we gave to Mom. She's like, what is this? And then she opens it up, she's reading it. It was the little baby clothes, the world's greatest grandparents and all this other stuff with the ultrasound and all that.
Oh, that's awesome.
She was excited. Awesome.
Please tell me y'all got that on camera.
We got it on camera.
Okay.
3 different angles. We got 3 different angles.
Yes. I love it.
It was a bonus, because while she was opening that, Auntie had came in and just everybody's just like, he was like, stop playing. He was like, no, it's legit. He was like, y'all knew? It's like, we just got the information this morning. We as soon as we got it, we came over here to record y'all's reaction, and it was great. It was awesome.
That's awesome, man. Happy for you.
Appreciate it.
We expecting little Amara to be here within the if I'm being honest, within like the next 2 weeks. I don't think Alyssa's gonna.
Come
I don't
on.
think she's gonna be able to hold out until January 29th. It don't seem likely at this point. If you can see the construction ground behind me, everything is being destroyed and renovated and moved around against my will, against my better judgment. My podcast saying is going to change in the next few weeks. So, wish me luck. And I gotta get out this room apparently. So yeah, it's happening, man. It's coming it's coming real soon, man. I'm just like I don't know. Like somebody asked me yesterday, they're like, are you nervous? And I'm like, I'm surprisingly calm about this. All things considered. Surprisingly calm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I'm not. I know I'm not ready. Like whatever is coming, like I know it's gonna be whatever I expect times 42. Like whatever energy I'm gonna feel, multiply that by whatever the scenario is, the weather, how many diapers I changed that day, like whatever the case is. Like I know for a fact, like I'm not ready for whatever's coming, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm cool about this. Like, I don't have no worries.
That's what's up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just for the men's side. I can't speak for like the women because they carry the child. But like,
well, there's a lot of worry about that.
yeah. And it's not to say that your job is lesser or whoever jobs is more. It's a team. It,
mm-hmm.
Raising a child, it takes teamwork. It's
mm-hmm.
two peas in a pod. I don't really know. It's like you did your part, and you're gonna do your part later on, and you two just do that. You just do the dang thing, like you two are two very mature adults, very motive driven or goal driven. So I don't see why y'all would even worry. Like I know you two will be like great parents. Just by the way y'all act, the way y'all move through life, it. I wouldn't see why y'all would need to worry for real. Like you
appreciate
whatever
that,
comes y'all way, y'all come together and y'all solve it and y'all keep it moving.
Yeah.
But yeah. Babies everywhere. Jesus. Oh man.
But yeah, man. Your illegitimate niece will be here in real soon. So
2 weeks. Oh man, that's real. Jeez. All right. But on a grander scale of things, I've been listening to a lot of videos this week, and they've all been saying the same thing, and if it ain't lit a fire under my butt, I don't know what will. I mean, if y'all would listen to what I've listened to, y'all would hurry up and just like, if y'all at the job, y'all would rush home and just like, all right, look, I got the computer, I got whatever in front of me, I'm locking the door, and I ain't coming out until I'm successful, until I make it big. It's all of the decision, and like it hit me, like it hit me hard, right? So what the videos have been saying is like the reason you're not successful is because you haven't decided to be successful, and making this decision is it's like a cut. The part of the word means to cut. means to cut away all distractions and
Mm-hmm.
focus on whatever it is you're deciding to focus on. If you wanted to make plates, if you wanted to, make candles, something small, or sell something, create something, make a product, a service, or whatever, you're deciding to cut away all distractions, cut away the job, cut away everything that's not building you up.
Yeah.
And just be successful. Like that's all it is. And it made me mad because I was like, I'm trying. Like, my excuse would be I'm trying. And it's like, no, trying ain't it. Like,
it ain't good enough.
You gotta do it. You've been waiting for this thing long enough. You've been, fantasizing about it. You've been dreaming about it. It's time to do it. It's 2024. You do it now or never do it at all. It was just crazy. I was like, all right. I'm listening this time. I hear you loud and clear. I got it.
So what message, off of the stuff that you've been seeing, what message made this abundantly clear that you needed to lock in on your gift and make a decision? What did you see? Was it just somebody was it just like a motivational joint, or was it like something symbolic? What we come across?
It was mostly motivational, and it wasn't even on the deciding on the. Well, it was both. One was like, all right, the reason I'm successful is I made this decision or whatever. And another one was like, the reason people are at the level that they are, why people are going to a job, working this job for X amount of years, and still aren't making a fraction of what people make daily. People out here making this daily, is because they decide to do that. They wanted the comfortable, they wanted the handouts, they want that life where they just totally turn off the problems, the things that's going around them. It's like the meme, there's a whole fire, whole house on fire, and dude's just sitting there, dog sitting there, drinking coffee, whatever. It's like, I'm fine. And people will say that.
Yeah.
And like their whole life is crumbling around them, but like they go to a job every week. Nothing changes. They decide to do that. They made up in their mind where I can't do nothing more but come here, spend time, be miserable, and work.
Yeah. Yeah. What made it abundantly clear to me was that you sent me a little was it a pretty, yeah, it was you. Yo, I was sent no. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, you sent it to me on Instagram. It was like the unagi rice bowl.
Oh,
like the 1 pound bowl with the meat on top and the I was like, I just want to like, I wanted to be like, all right, and it was so sudden, bro. I saw it and I was like, where's this at? We going tomorrow. Like I was, and Alyssa was like, what are you talking about? I was like, look at this. Like, and I showed her. She was like, oh my God, where is that at? I was like, I don't know. We're going tomorrow. She's like, how? And I was like, oh, damn. Okay, yeah, all right. Now we got to come back to reality for a second. Okay, yeah, you're right. Can't do that. Not yet. But yeah, it was just like that, bro. But like, think about it. Like, think about how deep that is. Like, if we saw something that was within our reach, if we saw something that was in our reach, like say it was like, okay, you know, Burger King just had a new burger come out, and we saw a commercial for it. You know, we could say, all right, we're going to Burger King tomorrow, and Burger King is within your reach, bro. But like for real, like I don't even know where that at. Like I would have to do some research to try to figure out. I think they said it in the video, but regardless, it ain't nowhere near where we at. So like I was just like, I bet. But if you think about it, bro, there are people out there who can make a decision and they can just go there. Like there are food bloggers right now who banking right now. And I you know, quiet as it's kept, I literally met a travel blogger who, if she wanted to write a story on a specific place, you know, she got a company that will back her, pay her to go to a spot and you know, just to write about it, just to put it in a magazine or something, bro. Like, and you know, that was a long time ago, but you know, she was laying game down to me. She was like, you know, telling me about all of like the journalism stuff that she did, all of the trips that she took, and you know how people were just paying her to do these things, right? So like she could literally just make a decision to travel somewhere. Like, yo, tomorrow I'm going to Europe because I just seen this resort or something, or this landmark or something that, you know, people call a tourist destination. She's like, just make a decision, make a phone call and be like, this is where I'm going. And they like, all right, bet. Like, it's just that easy. But, you know, there are people out here who could just make a decision and do something and they could just do it. And like, to that same note, there are people who can just make a decision and just be like, I bet. And now I'm successful.
Yeah. And not to get, you know, too deep off of the decision part, but like people don't understand that like being successful, being wealthy, it opens up a lot of freedom that we do not have right now.
Hell yeah.
Right now we are tied down location wise, we are tied down how much we can spend on something, how much we could consume something, all because of where we're at right now. And people decide to stay here, settle here, and all this other stuff. And like, what life is that? Like we're watching other people live better lives than us. We're watching younger people and older people. So you're seeing, you know, two sides of it, and you're still settling.
Yep.
And I'm just like, why don't people want to make more, like a abundance amount of money? And I'm like, what makes you so afraid of this? Like, why haven't you made this decision sooner? Like it you know, I understand you ain't seen it, but like, you know, whatever you do, you've seen someone do what you've done before, that sparked that thought in your brain, hey, I can do that, or hey, I'm doing this real well. Let me watch this video to be better. And that person that you're watching is doing what you love and making a killing. You found that video for whatever do-it-yourself project, and people are making bank off that alone. Like I can type in DIY whatever at the end of it, and you'll get this long list. You know, some videos might have, you know, in the 10,000s of views. One might have millions of views, and they're making money off that alone.
Yeah. I can't remember when I first came across this concept of being a madman. Being a madman. You know, you just suffer for making the decision. I made a decision. You know, I can't remember the time when I thought about it, but you know, it was because I'm pretty sure it was something that ET said. Like I'm thinking about something that ET saying, and I could see the message clearly in my mind. But you know, just to paraphrase it a little bit, he said, "Hey, oh yeah, I remember what message it was. I remember because he got that joint on a song, or not a song, but it was on the album, Uncle Tom, no, Dr. Thomas, and you know, he was talking about the kid from overseas, how the kid from overseas he come over here, and they told him that he can knock on doors and he can make $1 million. And he said that little kid would knock on every single door. He come up in your house. He'd have sold grandma a solar panel. Grandma don't even know what a solar panel is. But he'd have sold two. He'd have sold her 4 of them. She'd have bought 2 for herself and 2 for the neighbors down the street. They might want one too. He's saying that he do it because he trying to do it for his family back home, because if he don't do it, if he don't make a decision to get it right, then his family back home don't get a shot at life at all. Like life and his basic needs of life, they don't get a shot at it. But over here in America, if somebody tell you like, nah, I don't know, it don't work within the first two knocks, you like, nah, I'm good. And that's real life, dog. It's like, and I talked about it with Mexico, man. You know, like I said, I'm still reeling off of what I saw when I got off the plane in Mexico, Mark. Like those folks out there, bro, they on commission. So everything that they do, and I looked it up, bro. It's like the people at the airport, they on commission. They don't necessarily get paid for the hour. They don't necessarily do that out there. They're paid by the hour stuff. You eat what you kill. So like they at the airport and they all up in your face trying to get you to buy a taxi. They trying to take you, or they trying to you know, sell you something, some kind of tourist service. But like if they don't sell it to you, then they don't eat. And then not only that, like most of the people out there, if they sell you a service, like if it's like, say they grab you from the airport and taking you to the resort, like they gotta leave their post. So they're gonna hurry up and get to where they need to get to, and then they're gonna hurry back so they can do it again for the next person. Cause like if like once again, they already got you in the net. So they gotta release you at some point, but they gotta go back fishing again. So like it's different because like, yo, in America, bro, we got so many options.
Yep.
We got so many options. We up here like, I can do that, but nah, bro. And meanwhile, the dudes overseas, they like, yeah, I can do that, and I will, because I ain't got nothing else.
Yeah. With the options thing, right? And like you'll hear it a lot. People get into jobs, people get into whatever, and it's like the first week, oh, you know, I'm just here to try it out. I'm here to you know, to test the waters or whatever, you know, get my feet wet. I ain't gonna be here long or whatever, and all this other stuff, you know, and end up spending your whole life at this job or jobs like it. For what, right? And it's like, I feel like because we have those many options, it's detrimental. Like it's just like, you know, we said this before on a previous podcast, previous episode a while back. You know, having that safety net, you don't go as hard. You don't push yourself to the limits. You don't aspire to be more, because you know if you do fall, I can get back up and try again at this the same rut that I'm in. You know,
Yeah.
there's no need to succeed. There's no need to be the best that you can, because if you fail, get back up and try again. There's no mindset in the back of your head that I have to do this. If I don't do this, I don't get the life that I want. I don't get to live. And it's insane. Like, people complain, people talk about, how they're not making enough. They live in paycheck to paycheck, bills are barely getting paid. You pay half a bill this week, half the next week, and then the rest of it, whenever, before the month end, and then you repeat it. Like, then when you get more money, you say, "Oh, I got to catch up on bills," and we've said this before also.
Yeah.
And you just you playing catch up. The bills are always gonna be there. So why aren't we, at least budgeting to the point where, all right, I'm gonna make enough money where the bills are paid for. Like, sometimes this pop up in my head. I'm like, yo, how can I make enough money where I can pay all my bills in like the first of the month, or like I can pay my bills the entire year before the
No, I'm
year even
saying
ends. I'm like, that's what
yearly
I'm trying to do.
subscription.
I want to
No,
just
I
drop
thought
the
I was the only
cash
one. I thought I was the
on.
only one, bro.
Nah. I'm like, I just want to pay it all once, forget about it, and live my
You know what I'm
life
saying?
for the whole year, just relaxing. I don't want to hear nothing about a bill coming up. It's already paid for. What you
Drop
mean?
1,500 on Verizon and be like, yo, don't bother me no more till 2025, bro.
Right? Don't call my phone. Don't send me no letter in the mail.
Don't call me, I'll call you.
Right?
Yeah. I'm feeling it,
And
though. I
I'm
thought I was
like,
the only one.
no one ever thought, like, because it's stressful. Like, you getting hit every month, and it's only like 4 weeks in a month. So like those 4 weeks come by fast, and then boom, you right into next month. Got to pay
Yeah.
the same thing, same amount. And I'm like, it's rinse and repeat for 12 months. Well, actually, for your entire life, basically. But I'm like,
Bruh.
y'all haven't.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Most people don't even know that you can have a negative balance on services. Like, you can have a negative balance. You can have a negative balance on Verizon. Like, you can pay them more money than your bill, and it'll just be sitting there. You just take it out of the next joint.
What you mean? Like, you can overpay?
So, like, balance due $150.
Right.
You can pay them $200. They'll just have $50 just sitting in the negative. So when your next bill comes, it'll just be $100.
People didn't know they could do that?
People didn't know you can do that.
Oh, man.
I'm saying people didn't know because I didn't know. But I know for a fact that if I didn't know, I know that everybody else don't know. Like, for real, like, but you can pay shit in the negative. Credit cards, same thing. I've done it, but I'm gonna end up using this so I can build my credit up, So I'm gonna just go ahead and throw this in here, so I ain't gotta do the whole loop around, pay something and then pay it off at the end of the month. Here's so you don't close this joint too. So like
Facts.
I ain't using it that much, so I'm gonna try to make sure you don't close this joint. I'm putting money in here, so don't close my stuff. So yeah.
But right, so you even with that, like, how did we get into this mindset of like, oh, I'm playing catch up with my bills when there's no catching up. Like, it's a reoccurring payment.
You can't.
But
that's caught up, what I just said.
Yeah. Get to the point where you don't even have to worry about your bills. Like, no one, if you don't have any goal, if you don't have any aspirations, anything about being successful, at least make enough money to where you can live your life. You can do things where, oh, I seen this on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. I seen this video of this real nice place. Let me make enough to go to it, to enjoy life and like spend it with someone, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people, all they know is they trailer park. You know, all they know is where they job and on the route back. Like, and I've been to that point. Like I GPS everywhere. Like I still don't know my roads. Like talking about Courtney be like, you know how to get to such and such place? I might need you to drive. I'm like, I put in GPS. I didn't. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Like I know how to get to my favorite spots where I grew up at or whatever. Where you know the Walmart, the food line, but everywhere else you start naming like these back roads and these other side roads, the other highways to get to other places. I'm like, you done lost me. I'm sorry. You know that. All I know is my little area, my little safe place, my little bubble. That's it.
I can't agree with that. I got the little bit of the conquistador gene that Alyssa didn't get when you know in her ancestry. I can take you through the road. I just don't know the name of them jokers half of the time. Like I know my way through, but you know, you start saying Route 612. I'm like, where that at? You're like, over here about it. Oh yeah. I got you. Yeah. We were in North Carolina. She's like, we driving around. She's like, you don't need the GPS. I'm like, no, I got it. It's like, what do you mean? We only just got here. How you know your way back? I'm like, because I drove here. Yeah, she gotta use the GPS to the location and back from the location. I'm like, oh, okay. We took 2 turns, but it's not that deep.
I mean, look. In my defense, on the way back look a little different than going too.
But I promise you, look, for real, like I promise you that's a different topic, dog. Like I promise you that's a whole episode. The reason why that happens, I promise you, is a whole episode, dog. Like we ain't got to go there right now, but like that's also another thing that keep people from their success. But we ain't got to go there now. What was I about to say, bro? I remember, man. Were you finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't cutting you off, right? I remember when I first wrote out my affirmations, dog. And affirmations felt so weird. I mean, like you talking like you writing a lie. This is pretty much a lie, dog. Like you just like, you know, I'm a king. Like the fuck you mean? Like, dude, you work at Amazon making chump change. Like, what are you talking about? You a king? Who you a king of? Like, bro, like you know, you start having all these different thoughts in the back of your mind. It's like you're not really about all that. Like for real, like. Talking about making a decision, man. I remember when I first wrote my affirmations, man, those are the things that was going through my mind. Like, and then it was literally like, I don't know what it was about that time, around the time we started this podcast, like, I don't know what it was, but like, it made me relentless. Like, I mean, like, I was so focused on my goals, bro, because it was just like getting on here, talking about them, getting on here, like when we made the decision to make the podcast, I felt like that was me making the decision to be successful. Like it was like a lot of things going on. Like I was doing a lot of stuff, but for some reason, making this podcast, making the decision to do this podcast and following through to episode, how much we on? 223 right now?
223?
223 right now, bro. Like when we made a decision to do this podcast, bro, like I was like, yo, this is it. Like I don't have no more in me to keep fumbling around in life. Like when we made a decision to do this podcast, I was getting on here every single week telling about the things that I'm going to do. So there was no way for me to back out of it. Especially with me going back and listening to these episodes, bro. Like you can't say one day, like I couldn't bear to hear myself say that I was going to do something and then turn around and not do it, dog. Like it just wasn't an option. So like when I say that people got too many options, I literally mean people got way too many options. You out here with a safety net for the safety net for the safety net. Like, and it just really don't make no sense. You like you out here living in your parents' basement, and you got a job, when you like, all right, I can't go do this, but you know, if I can't make it there, I always got my parents' basement. Like the worst decision I ever made in my entire life, I promise you, the worst decision I ever made was to be a grown man, and moving back to my hometown, dog, after I didn't make it where I was going. And like for those of you who don't know, if you haven't listened to the podcast up until this point, you know, like I said, we 223. We talked about this in a previous episode, but I moved away from my hometown, and I lived in Northern Virginia for a little bit, and I was married to a young lady in my in my previous relationship, and you know when that relationship didn't work, I moved back to my hometown. Bro, that was the worst decision I ever made, dog. And I mean, granted, there was some things that came, like some good things that came because of that decision. But bro, for real, like if you think about it, right, you backtracking. If you make a decision to fall back into the net, dog, you stunt your growth in ways that I can't even explain. Like you stunt your growth. You prevent yourself from moving forward. Like I moved back to my hometown because it was the easy decision.
Yeah.
I could have moved. I could have did anything else. I could have followed the path that I was on, but because things got tricky and unfamiliar, I moved back to my hometown. Though I don't regret the decision that I made, because you know it started this podcast. You know, I ended up moving back here, finding a job that allowed me to meet Marcus and my then future wife, and now to having the child that we're about to have by the end of this month. So I don't regret the decision, but what I do understand is that I took a few steps back, because here's what came with making the easy decision. I was on a trajectory, and I want you to understand this. I was on a certain trajectory in what I was doing at the moment when I was living with my ex. But when I moved back here, I stopped doing what I was doing because I had to, out of necessity for the living situation that I had put myself into. I had to stop doing what I was doing, and I had to shift my focus and put it somewhere else. So that's what happens when you have your safety nets, right? Like, so you jumping from, you know, place to place, and you going back to the place that's easy. Like, you thinking that it's all well and good because you saving money, but nah, bro, you will really stun your own growth. It's like being. Here's what it's like, right? And I want to. I'm not a botanist, like, so, but I want to make this message plain and clear. When you start a plant, you put it in a little planter box, right?
Mm-hmm.
The planter box is somewhere about 3 inches in diameter at the opening, you know, depending on the planter box or whatever. You just, like, say you're growing some basil or something, or, you know, some of my stoners out there, you know where I'm going with this. You know, you got a starter, you got the starter bud. Mm-hmm. You know, you put the seed in the joint, you know, 3 inches, you know, put the water on top of it, it start growing, and you know, you gotta repot it. Mm-hmm. You gotta pull it up, you know, get the soil out, you gotta repot the joint. What sense does it make if the plant is getting bigger, is the root system is getting bigger. You pull it out one pot and then put it in a pot the same size.
Yeah.
Mind you, I told you that your roots got bigger. So if you make the decision to depot yourself from one pot, a 3-inch pot, put yourself in another 3-inch pot because it's convenient and that's familiar, what do you think that does? Do you think you keep growing?
Nope. The opposite even, because your roots become bundled up and you don't get the nutrient. The plant doesn't get the nutrients from the water, and it ends up basically almost killing itself.
It dies. The roots get too compacted. It starts to eat itself. Things, it dies. Yep.
And even with that, I kind of like the goldfish analogy. Goldfish can, and I don't understand that biology. This is crazy.
Bro, I don't get it. I seen a goldfish from the ocean mocking. It was scary.
Right? And I'm like, so it is weird. My grandma, she had a little small the circle fish bowl, like the circle jank at first, right? Goldfish was fine. I think our aunt or whatever had bought her a bigger tank, or she moved the goldfish to a bigger tank. That thing got big to the size where I was like, look, times get tough.
Bruh.
You got 2 big janks in that tank. You better fry them up. I mean, the tank was about, I'd say the half size of like a computer table, about half.
Yeah.
It was pretty big jank.
Yeah.
And them things just got big, and they live a long time. I don't understand. They say the life expectancy of a goldfish is pretty short, but you take care of them, they in an environment where they thrive.
Oh, they can live for years, dog. Yeah.
And
my mom had one. That joint broke the net when it died.
And the thing is, just being in an environment where they could grow, like you said, the ocean. Imagine the ocean, a goldfish in there, it could be huge. Like if it
ain't
doesn't
a goldfish
have
no more. It's a completely different species. It ain't goldfish no more.
Can ravel the size of a megalodon, for real. Like if it doesn't have any natural predators, if it's literally in a place where it can thrive, it can be as big as it wants to be. And the same thing goes for us, for people. You put yourself in an environment where you have the nutrients, you have the resources, you have the knowledge, you have all this other stuff. You can decide to be whatever you want to be. Like you can literally be out here, scale your business, your service, your whatever to whatever size. And all you have to do is make the decision to do so. Like I was thinking of I was listening to something, and AI is getting real big again.
Yeah.
It's
again.
Sooner or later, like it's gonna be, on your phone. It's gonna basically be at your fingertips. It's gonna be in every home. And like the younger generation, and us too, we're gonna either have the decision to, get on the bandwagon and grow with it, or be like that old person at the job that's been working there. Times has changed and he's just still stuck in his ways and just making everybody else's life miserable, right? And we've seen the signs. We've seen, when whatever service, whatever product, we've seen when Facebook first started, and that grew. People didn't hop on at first, but people that did, they make $1 million. Whatever business or whatever that's similar.
You're talking about
Facebook.
investors, y'all. You're talking about investors.
Yeah,
I want to make that clear, make that abundantly clear. Not because you had a Facebook profile, and when the Facebook first started, go ahead.
But yeah, things like that. Even with people that stream, people that they see the signs, they see the patterns that, hey, this is gonna blow up let me get in front of it instead of being where I am, working at this job, ignoring everything that could bring me more money or bring me a better life. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna just make a decision to work at this job until I retire. Bump all that. Listen to the things around you that will put you in a better place. Like it is that simple. Like you see people investing, you see people learning skills that improve other people's lives, and people are becoming successful from it. Simple things. I was thinking of this one business idea where you basically turn your house into a McDonald's. You use AI to, all right, hey, make this storefront. I'm cooking this certain amount of days. I'm cooking this on this day and whatever. And post it online. Whoever wants some, come through in my little local neighborhood and buy a plate. That simple. And I'm like, people don't have ideas like this, just like simple stuff that's in their talent, in their wheelhouse. They rather go to a job and work it for how many hours, not spend time with their kids, and just I don't understand why people aren't mad. Cause I'm mad. I'm like I'm tired of living this way. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck, not being able to hang out with my friends, just pop up at the house like I used to when I ain't had bills, when I ain't had worries.
Yeah,
I
bro.
just had I just pop up at the crib. I just be like, what's up? Let's go to Walmart and just walk around.
Hey, you trying to go such and such? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, bro. Them used to be the days, dog. You ain't had a care in the world, man.
Nope, just burning gas.
You just make a decision and you just go. Now you gotta make a decision to be responsible, and then I ain't really trying to say I ain't trying to be responsible or nothing, but like it just seemed like whenever the real world hits you, real world, quote unquote, whenever you got put into the real world, all of a sudden you had to do stuff to make responsible decisions. You had to, be so conscious of everything that you're doing, man. And it's tiring, man. Yeah. It's tiring. Like you get to a point where you think so much about the decision that by the time come to even make the decision, you don't even want to do it no more. Like, it's like, I gotta spend so much time planning for this. Like, I don't even want to do it no more. Like, what happened to being spontaneous? What happened to just going out on a whim, bro? Just making it happen. Like, we don't make it happen no more.
That don't exist
anymore. We talk about the happening.
Yeah. And that spontaneous thing is real. Like it doesn't happen anymore. And even if it does, like you got to plan things with people nowadays like months in advance. You got to give them like half a year to a year to be like, yo, look, we going out here on this day. From this day, we going out. 6 months later. And then prior to that day, each month we're gonna have to check in to make sure we're all still going.
And then like you don't play around with it. Like 2 weeks, 2 weeks prior to you like I don't know if everybody gonna make it. And about 1 week you like everybody that fell off. Like yeah. So like and you say that you joke about this, bro, but I want to take it back to Mexico, dog. When we went to Mexico, man, I was like, yo, Marcus and Courtney should be here, bro. Like, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, the things that we witness in here, the stuff that we going through, bro. Like, I was serious about going, and I was like, yo, like, I wish, because everybody's situation, like, not everybody, not everybody in the same boat, in the same financial situation to go there. Like we won't even in the financial situation to go there. But we ended up putting it on credit or whatever, and we just went because it's like, yo, it was something that I know for a fact that the people in this organization, this organization needed to see, and the people involved with the organization, because the organization is just me and you and our significant others. I was like, yo, there's no way that they shouldn't be here. So like, I was like just mad at myself on the way there, and I'm like, man, why haven't I already put myself in the position where if I needed them to come, to just drop it on there, just be like, all right, cool, y'all, boom, what y'all doing on this day? Just come on, get on the plane, like for real, like it shouldn't even be that deep, dog. Like it wasn't even a big expense to most people. To most people, it wasn't a big expense to most people. Like there are people in the world who like that's not a vacation, that's a business trip. Like talk about the cost now. Like that's not a vacation, that's a business trip. My vacations usually cost like thousands of dollars. Like there were people there when we got there, like I don't think you understand, bro. Like there were people there with us in Mexico. Like yo, my vacations usually cost a whole lot more than this, but this is real. This is actually nice. Like they were like surprised, like okay, yeah, my vacations usually cost a little bit more than this, but this will do. Like there were people there. Like when I tell you, there were people there who came from vacation and came to this event. Come on, bro. I was mad at myself, dog, because I'm like, yo, had you just made the right decision, the right one, you could have had your whole crew here, bro. But you ain't do that. You've been fucking around with it. You ain't make the decision to get your crew here. You didn't make the decision to do that. You barely made the decision to get you here. And then when you made the decision, you half-ass made the decision.
And people do that in life, right? They don't make the decision to put themselves into a better place. Like you said before, they do what's easy, they do what's safe. And this episode is it ain't too much of us written, like we just really want y'all to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like we understand you in the trenches, you're going through your journey, but there is a reason to do it. There is a reason to make a decision, stick with that decision, and work until you become successful. Like we understand that it ain't gonna happen as soon as you think, and it's not gonna happen as long as you think either. There are other people, there are millions of people out here that will be inspired from your journey if you ain't even got to talk. You record yourself doing what you love. You put on a catchy beat in the background, and you can get views. You can monetize that. Once you master your craft or whatever, you can teach other people that want to also learn that craft. And I'm just like, keep listening to these videos. It's literally, you can make money off your struggle, you can make money off your process, and you can make money off your mastery. And I'm like, it's literally that simple, and people aren't doing these things. And we're getting to a place now where, your job is not secured. Like sooner or later, there's gonna be, cuts where businesses ain't gonna need that many people to do much more. And I'm like, if y'all don't get on the bandwagon, like you gonna fall off. Like we can literally sell things from the comfort of our homes to Amazon, and they handle the legwork. Like you can have a whole. I think it's still kind of considered e-commerce. I think you know you can partner with a business, or you could go to the clearance rack, because I thought of it. Go to the clearance rack at Walmart, scan a product, see how it's selling on Amazon, buy it, sell it to Amazon, ship it to Amazon, and Amazon handles the rest. And I'm like, people aren't making the decision to look for these. Not even looking for these things. And like, you're complaining, you coming to us talking about, oh, y'all are doing too much. Y'all are, I would never wake up this early and all this other stuff. And I'm like, because you haven't made the decision to. You haven't made the decision to want to.
You ain't mad yet.
Right? You say you mad, but like, you ain't done nothing to change. You still with that person that's causing you problems. You still at this job that you complaining about. You talking a lot of stuff, but like, I don't really think you mad. Like, if you was mad, you would do something about it.
No, if you were mad, the conversation would be going a little bit different.
Like, if you were mad, you'd probably have a little bit more enthusiasm in them words, a little bit. I mean, some of them people do be cussing, but I'm just like, I don't feel like you. What are you doing this for? Like, you gonna be here tomorrow? You gonna be here the next day after that? You gonna be here next week? You gonna be here next month? To catch up on bills, overtime to catch up on bills. Some of them don't even got bills. Some of them
got little boy bills. They ain't got big boy bills yet. Some of them.
I'm just like, y'all got to get to a point to where y'all want to be successful. You got to make a decision to be successful. If you ain't got there yet, go out and live a little bit more, get mad, and then come back and listen to the rest of these podcasts. Like,
the podcast's over, man. What you talking about?
If you ain't mad at the environment, at the living situation you're in, you won't change. You will always be comfortable where you're at. You'll always be where you're at, living how you living, not enjoying life, because I ain't enjoying life. I ain't stressed. But I ain't where I want to be. I just need to do more. I want to do more so I can make more. And it is not just about money. Like, I have like dreams, or I have a goal to get to the point where, I too have a online course, or a group of people that I could train up, a whole little company, of like young people. Like, I already have a thought of, because when I was doing, my college classes, one of my teachers, he did touch on it a little bit. It was, he had worked it into a course, where we made our own little video game or whatever, and he had a group of us that, if we showed interest enough into it, if we showed that we actually sit down and work hard, he had like a little robotics course also, where if we got into it and we showed improvement or whatever, we could go on to competitions and all that other stuff. And I was like, we just kind of touched on the game development jank. I'm like, yo, I wonder if I could, make a presentation or whatever, bring it to him and be like, hey, could I work alongside you? Come in for a brief, show him like, yo, look, this is what y'all can do with these free products. Everything's free, everything.
Yeah.
You ain't got to come out of pocket with nothing. Got my little portfolio, like, look, this is what I did for the free. And if people are interested, tell them, hey, I got this course. I'm looking for young individuals to take to Game Fest, What's that thing they have out in, I think, like California every year?
E3.
Yeah, E3 or the I think IGN does something too. But just travel the world and show them
Magfest.
that
Can't forget about Magfest.
yeah, and show them that there's if they want to make video games, this is a possibility. There's so many things that come from just making video games. You got graphic designers, you got the music aspect, all this other stuff that could make it to where this stuff goes to college credits.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the blueprint is out there, the stuff is out there. Just got to make a decision to do it. I got to master my thing first to where I can help others.
Yeah. All right. Man. Oh, just in case y'all didn't get that that reference about the potted plant, not everybody know how plants roots work and all that other stuff like that, it's you literally have to get mad. Make a decision, y'all. Make a decision. And like I want you to understand, like you living life too safe. And what I mean by that is like you trying to do everything safely. You trying to do everything to keep yourself in the comfort zone. If you make a decision to do something, you done made a decision to do it, but you ain't made a decision to be. You made a decision to do the action, but you ain't make a decision to be the person who is successful.
Ooh.
So it's a scenario of what came first, the chicken or the egg. And I promise you, I don't know which one of those came first. I'm gonna be real with you, but like for real, you can't be successful without being successful. And when I mean being successful, I mean being within yourself. So when I say these affirmations, right, everybody think that is a joke when I say like I got 64 affirmations that I say every single day. 64 affirmations every single day. Right. Folks think I'm joking. Like, yo, I got them hanging on my door, like on my wall, like heading out the house so I can see them every single day. And the reason being is because I need to know, like I need to make a decision within myself. If I'm going to do something, I need to make a decision within myself first, within my chakras first. Because if I don't make the decision within myself first, then I can't go out there into the world and do what I need to do. You had to make the decision to become successful first, folks. You had to make a decision to say, I am done with this situation that I'm in, so I am going to be in the next bracket. And what that looks like is when you make a decision within yourself first, nobody can tell you that you can't do it. Nobody can come and be like, okay, well, you're not successful now. You moving these boxes now, so get to doing that. Nobody will be able to pull you out of what you are meant to do when you make a decision within yourself to be that. So if you make a decision to be a successful person within yourself, no matter what you do, when you go out into the world, you're going to bring back success. You're going to keep winning. Everything is going to start looking different. Everything is going to start smelling different. You're going to start hearing things a little bit different. People around you are going to start to look different to you. Why? Because you have made the decision to be successful. So no matter what you make a decision to do to be successful, come on now, y'all ain't hearing me, bro. Y'all ain't hearing me. So check this out. I was thinking, like Mark said something, you put yourself in a loop, right? You just living the same day, the same kind of lifestyle on repeat, bro. I want everybody to think about a vinyl record, dog. Just think about something as simple as a vinyl record, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think y'all understand, like, how does can you explain to me how a vinyl record works? Like, how does it make it sound? Like, I just out of curiosity.
So you got the vinyl record. It got grooves in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the audio part, it's a little needle that goes on the vinyl record, and it goes into the grooves. It makes it vibrate, and it makes a sound.
That. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So I don't know how many grooves one record had. I guess it probably depends on what the record is, what size of the record, what the songs is playing on it. I don't know what it is, bro.
And it's front and back.
And it's front and back. All right. You got side A, side B. All right. So check this out. If I start a record, if I start a vinyl record, I want to listen to a vinyl record from start to finish. Is it outside first? You put it on the outside first, right?
Put it on the outside.
Yeah.
Goes
all right, and then it goes in. All right. So check this out, right? Bruh, when you put that vinyl record on that turntable and that joint get to spinning, and you get to this one spot for whatever it is, a one persistent spot, and that joint just keeps skipping, and it keeps playing the same loop over and over and over again. It's literally because there's something on that track, whether it's a abrasion, a scratch, or something. There's something on that track that's keeping that vinyl record from going from that one groove and going further inside. So instead of it turning and going further into that vinyl record towards the center, is going straight through. So it's continuously playing that same loop over and over again, bro. And that's literally what you do when you decide not to make a decision in your life. You are literally living in the same groove of that record that you're playing.
Oof.
So until you make a decision to get out of that groove that you're in, you'll continuously keep doing what you're doing, and you'll continuously get what you always got. So make a decision, y'all. Just make a decision. That's all we ask you to do. And don't make a decision to do the thing. Make a decision to be the thing.
Yeah. I like that. That was a good one. All right. What we trying to lead the people with?
I just left them with it. That was a mic drop right there.
Like Max said, something in you is gonna have to change, and I don't know when it's gonna change. I don't know when you gonna get that aha moment. I don't know when you gonna get that. I ain't gonna even say spark, because it's not even all about that. You got to make that decision to change. It's not gonna happen until you do it. Even if you're, even with mental stuff, like if you're depressed, if you're just down in the dumps, you're always negative. You bringing everybody else down, but like something in you wants that better life, that affection from others, that I don't know, that positive attention. It has to start with you. Something in you has to see the light in other people, see the light in the world, see that you can be happy. You deserve to be happy. Like some of y'all be going through here, y'all messing with the same kind of dudes, being miserable. You living this lifestyle where you need external substances to just get you through the day, and like you haven't once just thought, what'd happen if I woke up, no matter what happens today, I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna see the good in today. I'm gonna greet people with a smile. I'm gonna be the first one to say hello. I'm gonna do something for somebody else. I'm gonna pay for somebody's meal or something like that. I'm gonna just be happy. Today I'm gonna be happy. Today I'm gonna be in a great mood. None of y'all do that. Y'all rather go to work, be miserable, complain to the same people that's in the same boat as you, be miserable with them, and y'all just live your miserable lives until the end of day, the end of your day. You're gonna be old, back problems, teeth falling out, still smoking them cigarettes, still doing them substances to make it through the day. You done did them substances so much that the liver failing, lungs failing, everything failing. Cause you ain't just wake up and be happy and enjoy your day. Make the decision to change. Don't do it for you. Just do it for you. For don't do it for nobody else. Just do it for you.
Yeah, do it for you.
I promise you, your days will look brighter. You get a little bit of pep in your step, and people will see you change. They'll talk about it a little bit, but don't even worry about that. Just do it for you. You'll live better. You'll feel better. It might even be the thing you need to
that's so
make
real,
the decision to change.
That's so real, bro. The world can be falling in on you and things you just like, it's all right. It's all good. It's part of life. You just grab on to whatever situation you got and throw it by the horns and keep it moving, bro. That's so real.
That's all I got for them. What we got coming up for the people, man?
I just realized that I said I was going to finish my book one rewrite by the end of last year. I said before the end of the year I was going to finish that joint. And then I'm looking at it now. I'm like on chapter 35 now. I'm just like, what did I do?
Should I ask how many chapters in the book?
Currently?
Wait. Are you still adding chapters or?
Yeah, bro. The story ain't done yet. So like, the original book ended on chapter 30. And I'm on 35 now, and I'm only in the middle of the story.
Look, you might not want it, but like, you gonna end up with one of them Harry Potter books.
It's gonna be 10 Harry Potter size books, bro. Like I know. It's crazy because I'm reading American Gods, and it's an audiobook version though, but that joint 18 hours long, and I'm like, yo, that is a wild length for a book. And then somebody told me about this other book called The Fourth Wing, and it's a YA fantasy joint by Rebecca Yarros, and that joint about the same length, and I'm like, oh yeah, now I get it. I understand how that joint get that long now. Like at first I couldn't get it. I'm like, yo, get to the point. Now I'm just like, oh, okay, I see the difference here.
I just imagine like back in the day when Harry Potter was big, was popping. I mean, it's still popping, but I just imagine the printing press, and they get the order with the size of the number of pages, and the person looks at it and like, hey, I think there's a typo. Yeah, I think you added an extra zero on this page bundle. Nah, that's how many pages. You sure? Can we even print that much? We can put that on a book. This going to public libraries? Man, it's more than an encyclopedia. You sure? Alright.
So Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the Sorcerer's Stone.
That's the biggest one.
The first one. It's the biggest one, 766 pages.
Yeah.
In the United States version, 870 pages. Oh, well, 766 in the UK version and 870 pages in the US version.
And it's not like that font size is big.
Nah. And then it's 424 for the. Huh? I guess there's a one for like the different version that has 424 pages. I guess.
I'm gonna be surprised. Some reason English likes to prolong words and have so many words to say one thing.
True. Nobody used the Hemingway method.
I went to the store. It's like in other cultures, they just got like 2 words or 2 sounds mean the same thing.
True that. Oh man, there's so many different versions of that one book.
And I didn't even think about that. You gotta translate that junk in different languages.
I mean, there got to be some of these joints that had some chapters cut out because, like,
yeah,
one is 366, one 256.
It's like just give me the meat. Just give me the meat and potatoes. I don't want the whole backstories and nothing like that. I just give me the main parts of it.
That's wild, bro.
It's like I want the standard version, not the definitive edition.
Are we still on?
Yeah, we didn't.
Oh, we tripping. we tripping.
All right. That's what we had coming up. All right, Mac. I'm guessing you said all that. You still working on the book?
Yeah. I'm still working on the book, and I got a baby. Yeah.
Mac's still working on the book. Got a baby on the way. Baby is he's expecting the baby to be here real soon. Like I said at the beginning, I'm gonna be an uncle, y'all. They just got closer to home, because the young lady she's high risk. Not trying to put too much of her business out there, but they had to be he had got stationed closer to a hospital to fit her needs or whatever and all that other stuff. Right. Other than that, real close to finishing up my course. Y'all won't get to see it. I'm about to show Mac the what I got so far. It is coming real nice, and I'm learning a lot. Like I can open up Blender now, and I can like just dive right into it. With the whole clickings of the jank. I got the shortcut, a couple of shortcuts down. I'm doing stuff. I'm hyped. But yeah, look forward to that. I'm gonna start making a page for all that stuff I can put. Try to get like a little portfolio going, just a rough portfolio on Instagram and Facebook and all that other stuff. So look forward to that. We will be producing things in 2024. 2024 is the producing year. So yeah. This has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. And before we go, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all, and we just want to give y'all the motivation to be better than y'all were yesterday. And always remember, those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.